Surrey, stung by their reversal against Hampshire in their last home fixture, played like a team with a point to prove against a depleted Glamorgan side, shorn of a number of their key men. Surrey's explosive openers made immediate amends with a series of unstoppable strokes, propelling them to 66 at the end of the opening power play. It took Glamorgan's leg spinner Peter Hatzoglu to induce a feather edge from the bat of Laurie Evans to cut the right-hander off in his prime, but by then Surrey were already away. 66 on the board. Laurie Evans' wicket to a ball that could easily have been left and given a wide simply opened the floodgates. Sunil Narine was the next man in. He'd batted 10 in the previous game, but in a further example of Surrey's strength in depth, batted first drop here and was immediately into his work. A beautiful, easy 6 off the leg spinner to get himself going. And him and Will Jacks enjoyed themselves. They put on 84 for the second wicket in just 7 overs. It was a masterclass in strength from Jacks and class and touch from Sunil Narine, trading 4s and 6s between the two. And in truth, Glamorgan's depleted bowling side had very little to offer, with the exception of the leg spinner Hatzoglu. Will Jacks, having bagged a duck on Sunday against Hampshire, was superb for 69 before carving a long hop to backward point. That 69 took up just 40 deliveries, 8 4s, 2 6s. One of the cleanest strikers in the English game is back and in form. Sunil Narine was the next to go, towing the spinner to long off, but he'd already left his mark. 36 from 19 with 4 4s and a 6. And with his dismissal in the 14th over, Surrey were already 154 for 3. It brought in Tom Curran and Jamie Overton. Jamie Overton probably the only player to miss out in the Surrey side, going for a single to give Andy Gorvin his single wicket. But it just brought the Curran brothers together, and thereafter, into the final 5 overs, it was simply carnage. Tom Curran, in the prime of his career, was unstoppable, bludgeoning a series of 6s, half a dozen of them in all, and seeing 3 6s clear the ropes in the final over against the unfortunate Jamie McIlroy. In all, Tom Curran's 59 from just 22 balls was the standout knock of the game. But for Surrey, it was a team effort. After their humbling against Hampshire, they put up their highest score at the Kia Oval in the tournament's history, 238 for 5. Curran the star, but there was runs from top to bottom. And although he would lose his leg stump from the final delivery of the innings, the job was already done. Never before have Surrey got to the heights of 238 on their home ground. It was always going to prove an immensely challenging target for Glamorgan's raw and depleted side. At the halfway point, everything had to go their way. And although William Smale came out and played some pleasing shots initially against Sean Abbott in particular, when he lost his captain, Kieran Carlson, for just a couple caught in the outer, the writing was already on the wall. Tom Curran picking up Carlson to complete another superb all-round game for the Southpaw. He is in the absolute prime of his career, the most expensive cricketer on earth, and proving it yet again. Gus Atkinson was into the attack, and he quickly removed William Smale for a breezy 27 from 16. And suddenly Glamorgan were 31 for 2. Sam Northeast was the new man, one of the finest stroke makers, of course, in the English game. And although he managed a couple of boundary 4s, it was all a little bit forlorn in truth for the visitors. Chris Jordan came into the attack, removed Sam Northeast for a first catch in T20 professional cricket for Josh Blake, a cricketer who's come back through the ranks in the Surrey setup and enjoyed a profitable evening. Billy Root in at 3, played manfully and valiantly, but it was a struggle at times in truth, just with the odd freeing of the shoulders here and there. But his 31 from 24 balls was too little too late. Those back-to-back sixes, a rare high point in a chastening evening for Glamorgan. Chris Cook, the man in form, came out and played some delightful shots over extra cover, including one stunning extra cover 6 off Tom Curran. But aside from that, it was tough going for a Glamorgan side, shorn of some of their finest players. Colin Ingram having pulled up lame earlier in the day, necessitating a late call-up for Cam Fletcher, who replaced Billy Root after Sunil Narine clean bowled him. And the game was done almost before Chris Cook holed out. Fletcher, in his first game at this level in English T20, never really got going. Cameron Steele picking up an easy catch to give a second wicket to Sunil Narine. And it was Chris Jordan's night with the ball. Chris Cook toe-ended an easy catch up to Tom Curran to give Jordan his second wicket. And then all it needed was for the Surrey skipper to pick up another couple, providing 2 more catches for the debutant Josh Blake as Surrey eased home. It's a statement win from the Giants of South London. After a tough afternoon against Hampshire, this was exactly what they needed. In the end, an emphatic 81-run win consolidates their position second in the group. For Glamorgan, a tough night.